Well, so here's the new trash hauler. Hopefully the wind's not too bad. This is just going to be a quick video on this. I just picked it up today. It's an 04 GMC Sierra 1500. It's got the 4.3 V6 in it. As far as I can tell, it's the base model, but it does have cruise control. It's got an aftermarket alarm system on it, which I'm kind of on the fence about. Bought it from one of the local dealers here in town. It's been a California truck its whole life. And it's not an issue here, but I know some of you are going to ask. There is not a speck of rust underneath at all. That's not an issue here, but it is good to check for. I know the cab corners on these like to rot out in the salt belt, but these are perfect. Rocker panels are solid, of course. It does have an oil leak, so I'm gonna have to sort that out and see why it's leaking. But you guys can see it's in really good shape underneath. And it just so happened that I got a really good deal on it. It's not perfect. I would probably rate it about an 8 out of 10. There's a few small things here and there that I'm going to have to fix, which I'll be doing videos on. First one is I got to figure out what's going on with this headlight. It's a little floppy. It had been involved in a really minor accident with the people that had traded it in, and then the dealer went and got a different fender and they repainted it. I saw the pictures of it when it had been brought into the dealer. It didn't really look all that bad. It looked pretty much cosmetic, but I looked underneath it really good and I didn't see any obvious damage to the frame or any of the supports or anything. None of the hardware looked like it had been bothered with outside of the fender, but it's got a scrape right there, scratch there, and it's got a dent there. Overall, like I said, 8 out of 10, pretty solid. All the tires are good. The spare needs to be replaced. Probably gonna have the bed lie next. Interior's in really good shape. Crank-em wank-ems and manual door locks. Dual zone climate control, which is different. For the year, I don't know if this is a multi-disc CD player, but it is a CD player. But having both of these options with factory cruise control, I'm not sure if that was like an extra package that was added on after the fact, or it was some special they had going on for these in 2004 with GMCs only. But it's got those options. But like I said, everything's in pretty good condition. The dealer replaced this. In fact, the old one's right here. It's all bashed up, so this will go in the trash. Let's open the hood. Like I said, 4.3. I think these were good for about 190, 195 horsepower, somewhere around there. For my purposes, it's more than enough power. New battery, newer battery, I should say. According to the Carfax, they did the brake pads. They replaced the cabin and the engine air filters. They replaced the belt, which we can see that's brand new. So they did do a little bit of work to it to get it ready for sale. But there's going to be plenty of things with this truck that I'm going to be making videos on. So I'm probably going to do a more thorough review at some point. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this purchase. I'm going to have to replace or fix the headlight. The tailgate needs a new bezel, as well as one of these clips. Probably replace both of them, but this one's missing in action. Tailgate does work. Works just fine. It's just without that little clip in place, the rod just falls out. So My dad had one of these trucks. He had a 99.5, which was the refreshed body style like this one. And he said that with his, he had to replace those clips a couple times during his ownership with his Silverado. There was a couple small things in the interior. Oh yeah, the speakers are blown. They still work, but the paper cones have about had it. And I think there's a few other smaller things I was gonna do. But yeah, you guys are gonna have quite a few videos on this truck as I fix it up a bit and get it ready for trash hauling. And so the big reasons why I picked this up was because it is an 04 and it's got the 4-speed automatic in it, which those were, I mean, they weren't perfect by any stretch, but they were a lot more robust than the 6-speed GM decided to replace them with. They're also a lot cheaper to have work done to compared to the 6-speeds, at least that's what I've been told. And it doesn't have any of that cylinder deactivation crap in it. This truck does not have any of that crap in it. And the 2017 that I had was just a single cab work truck trim, and it was a decent truck, but I ended up selling that and got a really good price for it. Got more than I paid for it, actually. So I couldn't resist. Sold that a few months back, and yeah, I needed a truck, so I've been looking for a while for something decent, and finally just happened to look at this one. But anyways, stay tuned for more videos on it. There'll be a few more.